What's up, man? What's up, man?
You can't wait to see me now, 'cause lately you've been feeling down.
This is footage from a trip I took when I worked at Sam's Club to the 2017 Walmart Shareholders meeting. At the time, my vlogging experience and anxiety didn't yield anything crazy, but there's still a fun story to show here, to be honest. I 100% didn't film as much as I wanted to, so I'll fill in the gaps as best as I possibly can. Enjoy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Dan Smith. So, we're going on a little trip today to Arkansas. Well, I guess more specifically, we're going to Philadelphia, and then to Missouri, and then taking a bus to Arkansas. But, you know, still going to be there. But that's happening today. I am going to, on a trip for Walmart to the 2017 Shareholders meeting. I'm extremely excited. I have no idea if this footage is going to go anywhere, because I remember how difficult it was to do my Disney vlog, and I was with family. I am completely by myself. I'm with other associates that I don't know. And so I don't know if it's going to go well. So if this comes out, hey, guess what? Congratulations to me. I did it. If it doesn't, it's not there. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. I actually don't know that. I don't know if it's going to be fun. It's the first time going, so here we go. So we are headed to Philly right now. It's 2:30 a.m. Flight leaves at 8 a.m. So, see you then. Bye.
And then we were off. This was the first time I was really flying this much, and definitely this far. Usually it was just 2 hours to Orlando. So when I got to Philly, I was a little anxious. From Philly Airport, we actually flew to St. Louis, Missouri. And from St. Louis, Missouri, we actually flew to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, once we got in Tulsa, Oklahoma, we actually took a bus over to Fayetteville, Arkansas. Pretty weird, backwaters way of doing things, but I guess Walmart wanted to save a dime or something. I don't know. Believe it or not, I actually met a friend on the plane who was from my area, probably about an hour away from me. And we sort of clung to each other because we didn't know anybody else. There was probably going to be about 20,000 different people here from Walmarts and Sam's Clubs all over the place, all over the world, in fact. And we went to this parking structure where they were having, like, food and everything, and that's when we saw how many people were actually going to be here. Now, we were actually staying in the campus of the Arkansas Razorbacks, which was sort of a big deal. So, of course, I had to get a picture with the famous pig, of course. And then we actually went to a petting zoo. Pretty much the entire weekend was going to be set up with different events showing how team building can make business better and stuff like that. But the petting zoo was pretty cool. And after that, we actually got to go to the home office headquarters of Sam's and Walmart, which was really, really cool. We got to test out some of the products, and when we got off the bus, everybody was like clapping their hands and slapping our hands, so that was really, really cool, and I'm glad I actually got that on video. And some pretty crazy stuff happened afterwards. And then pretty much the entire weekend culminated in this giant event where we were all in the stadium cheering, and they had some bands playing, and that was pretty cool. But of course, because I am cursed with travel, we had a bit of an issue that came up. Pretty much a storm coming from Texas had delayed our flight in Tulsa, which then, because it's such a small flight time, we missed our flight in Kansas City. So we pretty much didn't have a way of getting home. And there weren't any flights that were going to Philadelphia from Tulsa. So we had to figure out a way of doing that. Luckily, Walmart was handling all of it, and in the meantime, they actually set us up in a pretty nice hotel.
Oh.
Oh, they got. This is what she was talking about. The lemonade.
Let's watch the VIPs walk in. This is the real shareholders meeting.
And then the most ridiculous thing happened. They found a flight for me, but the only way I could get from Tulsa, Oklahoma, back to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, was by going all the way to Las Vegas, and then getting a flight from Las Vegas to Philadelphia. Because that makes sense, and that was the only option I had. So what should have been a 3-hour day of flying ended up turning into an 11-hour day of flying. And that's the story of when I went to the 2017 Walmart shareholders meeting. And don't get me wrong, we were supposed to be paid whenever we weren't technically in a room, and I had to fight for every bit of my overtime because Walmart's cheap. But I met a lot of people, and I made some great friendships. But if I'm being honest, I haven't heard from any of them for about 5 years. So But shout out to Kyle. Kyle's still a cool guy I talk to, so shout out to Kyle.